right, guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube platform. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, please do like, share, and definitely subscribe. For our members, big up to you guys for keeping the lights running. And for persons that want to become a member, please do consider to hit the like button if it's available to you. Then YouTube will guide you along the lines. So as you saw here, we have a big title, Damion Lowe, in amongst the big dogs competition vs Cr7 and Mane. We are going to detail that, look at the entire league, ask a few questions after talking about the Jamaican Reggae Boyz. We have some transfers to talk on for the Reggae Boyz as well, and also some additional performances for Reggae Boyz as well. We are going to try and slip in U17s because I had a conversation yesterday and I wanted to add to the conversation. But before we go anywhere, I have like 4 outlets that I'm trying to structure a plan to, because I want to donate some things towards like some charity giveaway towards 4 footballing facilities and stuff. So going forward, I think I'm going to use like 5 to 6 of my live streams to try and get 5 or 6 persons to donate towards the cause itself. Once it's I have accomplished the actual feat, then I will let you guys know where I'm donating it, so you will get all the information. All right, so I just wanted to drop that, so when you see the super chat target, you know exactly what it is for. All right, yes. So let me start from bigging up the people inside the chat. So we have Chorus in the house, big up yourself, thanks for being here. Float management in the building, Omar Folin, my brother, in the building, Vinny Congo in the building. Then we have Kevin Jones, and then Triple E early. A lot of you guys still checked in, at least in the comment section. Big ups to you guys. All right. So let me get into the deep dive. So we're gonna start with more of the one that is the Al-Nassr versus Al-Okhdood in the Saudi Pro League. I'm going to switch over to the detailing screen so we can have that conversation. All right. Yes. So this is the game yesterday. I'm going to pull it up so you guys could get to see it. I've watched it live because I was doing a live, but I went back to look at it and a few persons asked me questions even before the game started, because obviously Cr7 is a big star in world football's history. All right, and definitely Mane. So people kind of got excited just to see their Jamaican personnel kind of go up against a big deal. So they wanted to see, because I think Damion Lowe and others made some speech, always said, oh, he can compete with the best set of players and all of those stuff. So I think this was always an opportunity for you to see him against the best set of players. All right, so if you had watched the game, let me know how you thought he fared out. All right, yes. Big up to yourself. Determined, massive respect, staying true to your words, wanting to give back. Good job. Big up yourself, Omar Fowler. We have always done that. It's just because sometimes what we ask for to do things, a lot of people don't want to fulfill that. All right, and I don't respect non-transparency. All right, because I'm in a world of being transparent. All right, and when you deal with certain people, they tend to don't want to be transparent. They try to tell you, oh, if you're going to do it, just do it and shut up. I can't do that, because if I have to come to my people, I have to explain to them what I'm going to be doing, even if it's $1 they do put. I strive myself on professionalism, and I think I will always keep myself in that bracket. All right, if that makes me a whatever you want to call it, because people like to jump and say you're non-Jamaican and all sort of foolishness, I think I'm okay not being that. All right, because the world that I'm in, that's the way how you actually survive. All right, so I can't just make up stories when I'm outside the world that I'm in. I'm going to live in this world, and that is being full transparent and do what we have to do. All right, yes. All right, let me continue. Jesus, gonna bless yourself. Thanks for being here. All right, so anyways, this is how it started. They went up against a good team. Let me show you his actual team's rating. So them coming in, as you saw, they were on 12 points. 12 points. Will Al-Weda, the Al-Weda on 10. Al-Weda on 12, and Al-Okhdood on 10. All right, so they're already always one of the worst teams. Last year, they were down on the bottom tier. So as what we had said when he signed, we said, okay, he's going to get to defend. So we will see how he fares out with a lot of these players. And I want to say that I have been seeing it. I've been seeing it. I saw him up against, what was it, Ivan Toney and those guys. Yeah, they played a lot of quality players that's still in their prime, but for some reason, they went over here. All right, they went over into the Saudi League, and not disrespecting the Saudi League, but I do believe that the competition in Europe is still way stronger. Sean Answer, big up yourself, thanks for being here. El Mexi in the building. He played against two GOAT of football. Yeah, man, bless up yourself, thanks for being here. So we started with Bento in goal, Simakan and Laporte in the centre back, Bashal and Halgahan on the wide areas, and Al-Hassan, which I think you guys know him, and Octavio deeper line. Then in the three behind the striker, Angelo, Mane, and Garib with Cr7. So these are some very good so CR7, very good start in 11, and on even their bench, you can say that they have quality players, not big names, because Alpha Till is not a big name to the rest of the world, but I think if you watch them played, you don't know that. So Mohammed is an ex-good footballer as well. Some of them kind of young, so you could look at that as well. They have a well-rounded team, and I think that's how it should go. You shouldn't have a league that starts and you just put 55 big stars in the league. I think you should nurture the league to make it more stable. So bring in 3-4 stars per team, and then mix it with younger players or players from the league to make it kind of fear out. So if these older players these stars decide that they want to leave, at least you do learn some things and you can keep the level of the league going. So I think what they're doing, at least now, I am okay with it. And then for Damion Lowe's team, you saw Bosagag, Godwin, and Ferreira up front, Zabdani, Mo Walad, and Petros in midfield. Farah, Asiri, Damion Lowe, and Kaidi or Kahi, something like that, with Victor to finish off their starting lineup. So Damion Lowe started. All right, Damion Lowe started. First off, as what we said, they scored very early, as you saw, off a wide play, because they had the wide play all day. I thought that Al-Nassr did not respect them so much that they just gave them the outlet ball on the wide side. And they did well for at least to try and create something from it. But every single time they went forward, they lost the ball more than them being creative. And that led the fullbacks of Al-Nassr keep on pumping forward, and the forward line could get closer to the centre backs. So the centre backs, them almost every single time got outnumbered 3-2. Because they had the luxury and the comfort to get past that lines. So I thought it showcased that Al-Nassr is just a very much stronger team than Al-Okhdood overall. All right, and it would have been a very lucky situation for them to even come out with something here, due to the fact that it was pretty. They were under pressure. They scored goals. The goals was disallowed, and it should have been more than 3-1. I think the game was not a close game at all. All right, so let me go with the first half. First half, 76% possession to Al-Nassr. 4 big chances created, 5, and they disallowed 1. So I would say 5 big chances created, because I think it was a legitimate goal for me. 5 shots, so every chance they created turned out into a big chance. 4 shots, 1 big chance out of those 4 shots, and that's the one that they actually scored with. All right, the keeper of Al-Okhdood, they were the ones made 2. He was the one that made 2 saves right there, and you could see it for yourself right here. How it looked. for the first half. Second half, it was still the same thing. One big chance registered and around 2 off chances out of the 9 shots right there. Percentage on ball possession 65 to 35, so it's still dominant overall. They got off 3 shots, which was still the wide plays. So wing transition they were going with all along. All right, and I think it would never worked out. What I would say for Al-Nassr, they can fight to get themselves in a title race, but I think that they still have some pieces, especially in midfield, to work on. All right, because if Al-Okhdood can get certain positions on them, which is not one of the better teams, I think that kind of exposed them a little bit. All right. All right. Bless up yourself, Omar Fowling. Massive respect. Okay. Yes. So let we move on now, and then we have Father Bling that just came in. Big up yourself, thanks for being here. Right, so let me go in now on our baller that played. Two offs played. So 90 minutes he played. He had 9 chances, no 9 clearances, 1 block shot, 3 interceptions, 5 tackles. So you could see here 18 defensive contribution. Cleared off the line once and committed a penalty and also had a yellow card in it. All right. So it's a Damion Lowe experience. I'm telling you, he was all over the place for the entire game, and you could say that he could have been sent off a long time in the game. I think he could have been sent off from 40 minutes in the game. Because the reason why, and he could have been sent off 2 times in the 40 minutes. What I would say, the reason why I said he could have been sent off 2 times in the 40 minutes, I thought the yellow card was not a yellow card. The yellow card was not a yellow card, you know. But because they gave him the yellow card, for me, I thought that he could have gotten 2 yellow cards after that. And the referee was lenient after that, because the next 2 tackles were more of a yellow card tackles than the one that he got the yellow card for. All right, if you're watching the game, you could see what I'm saying. So it was the experience of Damion Lowe, high energy player, always fill the stat sheet, trying to get involved at all times, and it requires him to get involved because his team is the weaker team. All right, so he did his thing, but you could say that some of the stats might never even come if he got sent off within 40 minutes, you know. But I still believe that he did some good things early on, really in the first 20 minutes. But once their legs started to drain, they were getting prone to mistakes, because you can't have teams that keep on creating on you. You are going to break down at some point. So I would say that Al-Okhdood needs some midfielders that can be more resistance, all right, because they're not offering any damn thing on their back line. So that is the biggest problem. All right, so we have Javari Laban in the house. Dr. Dan says, bless up, who won the game? It was dominated by Al-Nassr. And then we have Gunnar says, classic Damion Lowe performance. Should have been sent off. Yes, but you have to still give him credit on certain things that he did good. Because even though he never got sent off, right? And I've said the yellow card, I think that the yellow card never had to, that was not a yellow card offense, because the guy was running forward, that is true, but he was not in a danger era as yet. He was not clear to anything. And the contact was not rough enough. So you can't look at the contact to say the strength of the contact, it was not a yellow card. And the possession of the point of contact was not a danger play. And those are the 2 things you use to decide if a player should get a yellow card or not. All right, yes, so he committed a penalty, cleared one off the line. I think that was in the same sequence of when they scored the goal, and then his teammate got his head bust up. So he cleared one off the line first. They still scored on the play after, but that was ruled out because they committed a foul as to what they had said. But my look on it, I don't think it was a foul. I think it was a strong challenge. He went down, and then it was a good finish. All right, but they ruled out the goal right there. Ground duel, 5 of 8, which I think was decent. just to see him aerial duel last one. Thought that he should have gotten more aerial duels because they were whipping the crosses over and over, especially from the left-hand side. Possession lost 2 times. Obviously, they never had so much possession. Fouls committed 3, as you saw there, and touches overall 44, and his completion is 23 of 24 passes, which is 96%. Majority of those are closer passes because they did not want to give the ball away because the midfield never came for the ball majority of the time. So it was between each defender and sometimes their fullback. They were trying to hold on the ball to go with the wing transition, which is the wide areas. That was their sole belief. I don't even think they believe in their midfielders based on what I am seeing. All right. And long ball, he tried 4 of them, which I told you, the switch transition left and right. And he completed 3 of 4, which is very good right there. So I thought that he was good. The stats here said that he was the highest rated player on their team. I wouldn't say he's the highest rated player on the team because he committed the penalty. The goal that scored, I went back to look at it. I thought that he kept the man online. So I'm not going to give him full blame for both goals, but I think that he was at fault. He was in fault of both the first goals. So it's hard for me to give him the highest rated player on the field, but he was amongst the top 5. All right, but because his stats is so enough, it's going to have a better report on the stats sheet itself. But the game itself, I thought that he was slightly at fault for the first one and definitely for the second penalty. He was at fault right there. So I would put him in the top 5 based on how he kept the score down because he could have won 8-9 love or 8-9-1. Or so we still can give him credit, but we still can call out what happened in the game, and at the same time it's hard for you to blame him due to the fact that the team is not good, if you guys know where I'm coming from. You get me? Yes. All right, so JD, a full time now, low stop madness performance, here not support to start for us going forward. We can have that conversation, but based off how I've structured it and talk on it, I think that I kind of like what he did. He did his best in a situation. Based on what I saw, I think he thought he did his best in the situation. You know, yeah. So that's what I think. You know, yeah. And it's good to see him against higher quality players, even though Ronaldo getting older, but higher quality players, it's good to see him. But what we saw is he's a high energy player. If you say that you think that he can play at a higher level, I think based on, because he's still young, he's not old like the other guys, them like Ronaldo. Ronaldo is like 500 years old. I think it shows that you need more to play at the higher level because the next teams in England at a higher level, Spain, go at a faster pace than this team. You understand me? So they would have exposed him a lot more. So I would say that you saw that he's good enough to play at certain levels, but I wouldn't say the peak levels. You know, yeah, because he's still in his good age, and you could see some cracks there. But he's a decent player, so you have to give him credit and keep on flying the flag for Jamaica, because a lot of people would have seen him on that stage. So we have to big him up just the same. All right. His work rate is different. Must give him that. Yes, we are talking about that. We have Chris Smith in the house. Big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. Take in consideration that he went up against the league's strongest side. I think if you had heard what I've just said, I literally gave him more points for that. So you can't. I have done a good job on talking about Damion Lowe. So you can't come here and beat me on anything. All right. Yes. All right. Yes, I saw, I was doing a stream with Jay Saguna and his chat, and I saw that they were desperately trying to rewrite history. But clearly, by the function of football, it only could have gone one way. I know you would have desperately wanted them to win, but it can't. That's not reality, you know. But I can see from their eyeballs, and they can't think like that, you know. They people like Jay Saguna, they need to, you know. You know, sometimes he can mix make fantasy mixed with reality. You know, I can't believe that he's in that little part. Maybe some of your subscribers confusing you, sir. Yes. Good morning, Omar. Any thanks for being here. Yeah, man. So let me know if you guys had watched that. So I think you had done a good job. I did not say anything bad for the barometer people. I have done a proper assessment. You know, maybe I would have put more love in if it was other persons, but clearly I am not those persons. I can't be that. I have to say what I saw. All right, I can't just say the greatest thing happened when I know that's not the case. I have to say what happened. So when you go to watch the game, then you could see what I am seeing or what I've said. All right, yes. Yes, so let me move on now. We had some other stories. Yes, so that's the first one. So anyways, no, I had done a video yesterday talking about Isaac Hayden. Isaac Hayden came to play for Jamaica. Switched allegiance from England to Jamaica. And for me, okay, hold on. I think I missed a comment here because it showed me that other people comment. Okay. The reason here is cash. Okay, so Mr. Jason Guna trying to be nasty. Okay. Look like he woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Right there. We had stated our reason, so don't talk on things if you never heard we stated anything there. And don't cast any aspersion on our channel, sir. Alright? Yes. Go back to your bed. Alright? Your time zone is wrong. Go back to your bed. Good thing. Things take time. The hype is too much. Okay, listen to me. When you come to my show, please, when I touch topics, that's when you talk on it. All right, stop rushing my program or just go to other programs, Mr. Determined. All right, yeah, man. So, anyways, I am talking about the transfers and other performances. Okay, Jesus God. You guys want organization, but yet still talk out of organization. So, how can you be organized? Oh my days, man. So, anyways. Pompey win game and of the game of Hayden Seek. All right. So I had done a video yesterday saying that QPR and I think two more other clubs wanted Hayden, and I had said that good players is always needed. You know, always needed. I heard someone complained. I had to block him from the channel because that's just me going forward. Don't want to waste any time. So I have to just remove certain people with certain narratives. All right? Because I thought that the player played for Jamaica. First they came, they said he's not playing. So why should he be in the team? So now he's getting a chance to play. I've reported it. I heard people coming. I am talking about it's not big club. Where it was 4 clubs. I still think that Coventry is a good club. All right, and in comparison to the Concacaf region, that was my speech. All right, because you have context assigned to things. So if you had listened to my video properly, which I've realized a lot of people, they don't listen well and they can't comprehend what I'm saying because I've done video and people completely characterized my speech completely different, even when it's very clear. So I guess I have to come up with my Kendrick Lamar character to do things as simple as possible so majority of the masses can understand. All right, so I have to dumb it down to get to the point faster. All right, so my video was to say that in context of the CONCACAF, because that's what I'm speaking on, these clubs and the level that he's going to play on, it's still good enough because it's better than a lot of the other teams on our region. So if he continues to play at that level, he would be prepared for Jamaica. That was my sole point. All right, so for the viewer that came with his attitude, that was my point. So if you couldn't take that from the video, because you know that I don't hype players, but I know that what you tried to say, because you're trying to say that because he's an overseas player, I am trying to come off like the move is bigger than anything else. No, my point was to say that he has not played for a while, but because he did something in life and they saw what he could have done, they decided that they're going to take back a next chance on him. So if you don't have a CV, you can't make fantasies in order to achieve things. You can't just make up stuff and people believe in it. You have to have a CV for people to believe in. So that was what the video was served for. which I thought that I did a brilliant job because others understood what I was saying. So anyways, they're saying that he's going closer to the Portsmouth conversation. At this point, Portsmouth definitely need those pieces, especially in that 6 area. So I think that as soon as he gets over there, he's going to be playing instant, and that could be only be good for Jamaica. Only be good for Jamaica. All right. Brian Burke, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. Owen, big up yourself. Massive respect. Hayden is miles ahead of any Jamaican player in the CDM position. I would say, I think he's better than every midfielder that we have. I actually think so. I think so. I don't know what others say, but I actually think so. He's better than all the midfielders that we have. You clearly see the education coming from the player. All right. Yes, you clearly saw the education coming from the player, and for me, I respect that, because what it shows, if we pick the players them that are educated in whatever the task is, they are going to put the shift in. So you could get a Jamaica team being real good. All right, we don't find any fault, and they can go up against the United States. But I think we have to just pick the right players then. And it's a time that we should look at what requires to win games, because that's what I was saying to Jason yesterday. Even though in his brain, not in his brain, in the back of his subconscious, he wanted to agree with Rob Smith in the chat. You know, why Rob Smith desperate for Damion Lowe to win the game. So I heard his speech. You know, he knows what I've said before. Because if you have more entries dominant over the others, more chance creation, it doesn't matter what fantasy you create in your brain. It's just not going to come off that way, because you can't give Cristiano Ronaldo 50 chance, Mane 65 chance, and you get 5 chance and win the game. I think that will happen only once in 50 tries. Yes. So I love that it happened that way, so we can stick to the reality, because I've learned a lot, you know, over the time that I've took off. I learned a lot. And even yesterday I was having a conversation, and thanks for Travis and those guys, to be honest, saying that certain people are scared about winning. You know, and we realize that it even passed just Jamaica. It goes in certain parts in America as well. You understand me? So I would like a program, you know. So anyways, so Hayden, that is, it only can be good for Jamaica, and it proves that this signing of him coming to Jamaica is still valid, because we can't find people so easily to get in midfield that can just jump in the championship, jump into a Premier League team. All right, so we have to still give him that respect, and it showed that his respect is still out there. All right, let me try and get the rest of the comments here. J.A. Local says Hayden not playing but not checking his footballing level. All right, well, that can just kill a conversation, you know. So we could get the player out there and get him picked, and people feel good that he's getting picked. Good morning, Owen. Then we have Mr. United says big up JD and all in the chat. Big up to you. Hope all is well. All right, laugh out loud. Not Ravel. I think he's still better than Ravel. He's better than Ravel today. We have to be honest. The guy played a few games for Jamaica, and you could see that. At least we have to be honest. When the six always get the opportunity to fix themselves in the best place, because they are the first point of attack coming from first point of organization coming from the defense. But you could see that he offers something that we never saw. Maybe we never saw before in our defense. Now, I think he might be the best defensive central ever played for Jamaica. You know, he might be the best defensive central ever played for Jamaica. You know. Are we out here talking like this, you know, and talking down this player? He might be the best defensive central ever played for Jamaica, you know. Who are we going to actually compare him with? What? Peter Kagi we're going to compare him with? Peter Kagi was solid. I think he was organized. But I think Hayden is a higher level player than Peter Kagi. I'm very sorry, people. All right? Yes. I had watched them. And they're good players, don't get me wrong, because remember, we're not talking about a scrub player. We're talking about a solid player. For him to not play any football and show the type of performance for Jamaica, just imagine when he's playing regular. That is true, Jason. Before the game in the building said, football, blessings, keep learning. It get better as to add on the years. Thank you very much. Before the game, massive respect. All right, I think the 50 grand per week price tag held him back. Yeah, I think the overall sale for the deal held him back, you know, because they wanted something for him, and maybe others never wanted to pay what they wanted. But I thought that they could have shipped him out. Then we have Sean Bass in the building. Massive respect, Sean Bass. Thanks for being here. Hope all is well with you and the family. Johnny Powell in the building. Yeah, man. Big up, big up, big up. All right. Yeah, man. As you guys come in, please do hit the like button, share, and subscribe. All right. Ernest says, big up, Kendrick. Big up. Thank you very much, Ernest. Massive, massive respect. Yeah, man. So this is what they're saying. He's going to be at Portsmouth, but we had 4 more other teams: Coventry, Portsmouth, QPR, and I had to look for the next one in the thing that I got. Yes, but the fact that so much clubs want this player, it tells us that Jamaica shouldn't be sad to get this player. So this is for people that's talking down on the player. The player came in, already did what others have not done, which that has 20, 30 games for Jamaica. All right, and we ain't talking about that, but it's good. All right, so all the best. I hope that it works out for him, which the last spell for QPR went super good, and I think he I think he gets picked off that spell. That's how good that spell was. He actually get picked off that spell, not necessarily what he did just being in the U21s playing some games. He got picked off the QPR spell that he had, because he was he was the best player for QPR under the loan spell that he had. All right, won them a lot of points. So hopefully he can go over there, thump it up, and maybe get a next transfer to maybe a bottom table Premier League team, because I think that he could have given Ipswich Town and those teams some boost. All right, yes. So if he can put in a good performance, maybe a Ipswich Town and others, if they do stay up, can take a chance on him. So I don't think his time in the Premier League is done. If he can put a very good performance and his team does not get promoted, he could get back into the Premier League very easy. Like a Everton, a Ipswich Town, Southampton. If they don't, if they stay up, I think that he can be a part of it. All right. Jamaica helped Hayden to show class is talent. Oh God, your brain cell wire is so different. I've struggled to read your comments them sometimes, Mr. Determined. You know, everything about Jamaica, and you don't see the world. You don't see the world. You see Jamaica, and then Jamaica is a world, and then you talk about the next world that is below Jamaica. All right? Yes. I got this guy. I think you need to come in my shows 2 hours in when I have 10 more minutes. I'm telling you. I really don't appreciate you anymore, Mr. Determined. You know, just please, Determined. I understand who you are, but for the kids of Jamaica, please help them. Teach them what you're learning in Jamaica, in America. Please help them. I think we need the help. All right. So anybody outside, please don't be like Determined. And Determined, teach people what you're actually seeing in America. How hard you have to work, and not because you're great. You got everything. You actually work for it. So please sell people those dreams. I would be much more appreciative of that, sir. Oh my God. Anyways, then we have Omar phone said, I agree. If he stays, LTE could go back to the EPL. So we are gonna keep that. Click that one, so we can go back to it. Then we have Big Bad Woon in the house, aka Woo Woo. Yes, then we have Patrick Riley said Jamaica didn't do listen to me. I have said what I said about Determined, and I have tried my best to get on with Determined, but Determined cannot get on with anything else, you know. Yes. That was one of his main reason why he agreed to play for Jamaica. All right, determined. Determined? I think they're just just go about the business. G Mills in the building. Big up yourself. Hope all is well. Happy New Year to you and your family. All right. So people, you hear them stuff there. That's why I'm glad that you see determined talking is talk. All right. That's the reason why I can't get on with him. You get me? Yes. He's a part of the problem. You know, and he has enough sense to be better, but he's a part of the problem. Okay, yes. So I refuse to deal with him. All right, yes, and I'm going to stay as far as possible from him. One Umbrella Sports JAOD from one. Okay, I don't know who that is, but yeah, hello. Yeah, man. Happy New Year, Vinny. Gmails, yeah, man. And Vinny, big up yourself. JD, what you think about Christopher Pearson getting a chance in the team? What team? What team Christopher Pearson getting chance in? What team? The last time I checked, he was in EPL 1. No, MLS 1, right? MLS 2. No, MLS 2, I think. MLS 2, they bought him for that. Then I heard that he would have gotten a loan back to Jamaica. Look like it never got materialized. So I don't know where it ended up. Yeah, so Laban, it's hard for me to give him back something for the national team when I don't know how much game time he's truly getting. All right, I don't know. So that's a hard one. All right. Okay. All love One Umbrella Sports. I think it should always be all love. I just said I don't know what it is and who it is. So I just said bless up to you. Because I saw the coloration of the Jamaica thingy. So I just said bless up. So I did not say anything. Lowe played them already. Question. Or he's going to. No, he played them. They played yesterday. Lansley, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Said the players in the diaspora that are quality does not need any country to propel their career. Not England, JA, etc. I do agree with that. And that's what I had said about Hutchinson. But clearly, this is how determines brain wired, because he said the same thing about Hutchinson that he's saying about my boy now. So I can say that at least he's consistent. Because he said the same damn thing. So everybody needs Jamaica, and they are not doing it for any other reason to help Jamaica. So not the parents or anything. They're all trying to use Jamaica when Concacaf is not a good region because it has no level quality. To be honest, no level high quality aside from the top 4 teams or the top 3 teams, to be honest. And they are already playing at a higher level than the Concacaf. So it makes no... His statement is just exactly what I would expect to come in these specific videos. Yes. So that's why I said he should channel his American side rather than his just over the top egotistic side, you know, because that is just pure ego, to be honest. Big up JD on the most reliable and true show. Okay, thank you very much. Chris Smith said, JD, remember Leon Bailey made it to Germany without ever getting called up for Jamaica. Yes, because we have to be honest, the region is not the highest. And that's why we are trying to stuff our team with better players to get the results easier. So we could use that money to start a development program. That's the reason why, you know, if that wasn't anybody you ask in Jamaica, that is the sole reason why they are trying to go for it, because they don't believe that the Concacaf is so high level like South America. If it was South America, maybe the players would have already been better coming from Jamaica, because the competition would have been higher and they would have been the worst team if they don't evolve. So maybe, you know, we ain't doing much for anyone's career. Nothing in most cases. Yeah, we know that, but we have to make people like determine, because what I've had some conversation from the other day and I realized that everybody need to help some people. In our culture, we can't just sit down and say that they are bad. So our actions should try to motivate the people in our culture. So people like determine I have to curse him out every single time because I don't think he adds anything back to our culture. Giving people things don't add to our culture. Add some values to our culture helps more than giving back. So if you can add the value and also give back, I would appreciate that 10 times fold. You understand me? And that's what I've always cursed him out for. That's what I've always cursed him out for. Nothing else. That's what I've always cursed him out for. All right. So thanks, everyone that's in. Unlike your organization that focused on football, we're trying to build something that supports all sports in Jamaica, even swimming and karate. So unlike my organization that focused on football. But I don't know you, so I just said I did not know who the person is. And I'm okay to do something good one time rather than just go all over the place. And I don't know nothing about anything else. So thank you if your organization doing everything for Jamaica. My organization talk about football only, and it's not only for Jamaica, it's for the entire world. Anybody I can help, I will help. So good job to you, and I hope it worked out for you, but I just did not know who you are. So I don't know why you think you're so famous that I should know who you are. My God, who is that egotistic? Jesus God, you're not doing a good representation for yourself, whosoever you are. My God, I am trying to be the nicest and you took my words out of turn. And I've never said anything bad. I just said I never know who it is. All right? I'm not on the internet desperate to find out who people is. All right? Sharing books is very good way to add to the culture. Yeah, before the game. And I think I want to do most of my videos going forward about education. Just education, you know? Just like how we talk about Damion Lowe and everybody, we just want to have quality videos going forward, positive videos, motivative videos. That's what I want to do, you know. So I want it to become about education because that's what I like, you know. What I'm learning, I want to see and feel where the errors is and where we can fix it and stuff. That's what I truly want. I don't want to be here fighting with people, you know. I am just not that people. I am just not that man, you know. And I'm not getting soft. I know that Cranky said I'm getting soft the last time, but I'm not getting soft. All right. Oh my God, who is this? Who is this person that's over the damn top? JD, you the one that say you must play for the national team to obtain a working permit. Okay, so why would a player that is already playing active in England would require a working permit? Oh, that makes sense. Oh, that makes sense. People can disagree. I do think, but I think determine is cool. No. But I never said he's not cool. I just don't like what he stands for in as it relates to giving back to Jamaica, because I always believe that in our culture we tend to always feel like physically give back money to people is actually the main way, and I think that is not the main way, especially the position that our country is in today. I think wisdom is more important than money to give back in our culture, you know, and that's just me. You could beat me all you want, but that's what's me, and that's why I've always stand on. I want to tell you about what's happening on the football field rather than, oh, I have to do this and I have to do that. Others can do that. That's okay. I have already done that and it never worked. You know, it never worked because without the wisdom, I don't actually think that you giving the money is going to turn out into anything. All right, and JD, you know the person, but like you, I don't. That's the person under that. Okay, so I know the person, but I don't know the person under that name. Okay, but why would I spend my stream to figure out who is who? I don't have time for that. You know. JD, okay, Mr. United said, JD, you know I am behind the One Umbrella movement. Why the mind games, brother? Okay, so Mr. United, what is wrong with you people? I don't know nothing. I don't know who you are. Please stop. All right? I don't need my games. I have a life. All right? Please stop. Don't make my video about you. All right? Yes, don't. I don't know who you are. All right. I don't know who you are. Okay. If you want me to know who you are, you tell me who you are. All right. Please. You tell me who you are formally, and then I will know who you are. Please. Don't. My show is not about anybody. I am talking about helping kids, and you claim that you are doing all things for all sports in Jamaica. So let me talk about what I'm talking about, man, and stop making it about you, man. All right. Please, God, man, just stop. Why? I just said I want to have nice shows. Why? Why you not just want to war? Why you not want to attack me? What is the purpose of saying that I know when you know that I don't know who I'm talking to? You know, I barely do video. This is my third damn video. So how can I know every YouTube channel when I don't even come on YouTube? What is this? You're too egotistic, man. How can I know everybody when I barely have time to come on YouTube? How that even possible? How can I know everybody? Thank you, Determined. Sending the same best wishes straight back to you. Wunun, JD just don't like when people challenge him at times. Yeah, that is the narrative you're running around, but you don't know what the meaning of challenge is. All right? And that is the problem. All right? Yes. JD, my peer contacted you. Please stop lying. Brother, I don't know. Listen to me. Don't remember block you from my channel, Dan. I don't know who you are, and I said I don't know you. All right? So I don't retain information. I don't know who you are. Don't tell me about I'm lying. All right? Enough is enough. All right, so I'm going to remove you off the channel. Because you're desperate for my channel to be about you. I don't know you, and I don't have time to know anybody if you don't want me to know you. So stop. Don't tell me I'm lying. I said I don't know you. All right? Simple. Don't force me to accept things and bully me. I said I don't know you. I don't know you. Simple. And anything else you continue on that and not on the topics, you're going to get removed from this channel. Simple as that. Don't call me a liar when I know I don't know you. Don't play with me, man. All right? JD, what you think of Aston Villa selling Philogene after sold Diaby? Liam Bale is the only right winger? No. Okay, well, just leave, please, because you're lying on me, and I don't care to know you either. So don't try to know me either, because I don't want to know you. Simple. Clearly, because you look like you're desperate for attention, and I don't know who you are. And just leave it right there, okay? I don't want, you look like you wanted it to reach here, and I've already said it. Stop. Stop. Continue, let me talk on what we're talking on. But you're desperate for notoriety, like you like people to talk about you. You like to hear about yourself. I don't know who you are. And I can tell you when I know who you are that type of person, that desperate for notoriety. I want to give the kids and who I'm talking to my attention. So enough is enough. All right. Enough. Don't come call me a liar on my channel when I don't know the F you who you are. Just don't ramp with me, man. What is these people coming on trying to stain my name? Honestly, some people hate the show because the show don't overhype their local players. I don't even know what that's this story coming from. Because what happened if I know you and I don't know this? I am not so in tune with Jamaica over the top commercial. Everybody have this and everybody have that. I don't know. I have my channel and whatever come to my mind when my book is full, I come out and do my work. I have a list here on my work, and that's it. Stop forcing me to talk on things that I don't know. I don't know it. My life is organized. Please stop it, man. I don't want to live in your world, and I don't want you to live in my world. Don't lie on me. Don't lie on me. Don't lie on me. I don't respect it. So if you want me and you to have any conversation, don't lie on me, man. But me know who you is. When I barely came back from what you call it, vacation. How the hell I should know who you is? When you make so much account and you have 50 accounts, how can I know who you guys is? How am I to keep up with people? I barely even talk to people. I barely talk to people. How can I know? Big up yourself, one massive respect. JD, you need to join the groupie chat. No, I am not going to. I want to talk football. Anything come on my desk, I do it so I can go and do my other channel, which is about worldwide football. You know, I had some beautiful conversation here planned out, but I guess everyone wants to take it about to themselves, and I'm not in it today. All right. What Wun said before, because That person, Mr. United, wants to take the conversation for himself, and I'm not in it today. One, you never put anything on the super chat, big boss. All right? Yes, I will. I will. I will. Yes, I will. And I don't know the reason why I need to know your whosoever, Mr. United and One Umbrella Sport. I don't know the reason why I need to know them. All right? Yes, I don't know. All right? So good luck to you and your ventures. I'm hoping that it works out for you. All right? Yes. But I don't need to know anybody because my show is about my show. I don't want to know anybody. All right? JD, take a breath and let it. Yeah, we're moving on, but I'm just telling him that I don't need to know anybody because that my shows are not about that. It's just strict football, and we had said that in 3 to 4 of our shows. That's what we want to go on. So we don't need to know anybody at all. If you respect our take on football, support that. If you want me to know everybody, you don't come to this channel because I don't want to know anybody outside football. All right, people. I don't want to be a groupie. I don't want to know anybody. I don't want anything aside from what I came here to do. That's it. Period. So let me make it clear. People click this, make it clear. I don't want to know anybody. Nobody should not call me as if it's not related to football. I am not a people person. And I'm not a groupie. I don't want it. I just want to talk on football, and I'm from Jamaica, and I see that I can be helpful. That's all I want. Please, God, leave me alone. All right. So, yes, I made it clear now. There is talks about King going to a big club again. Hopefully, it is true this time. I think he's good enough to play in Europe, and the quicker he goes, the better. I would say that the quicker he goes, the better. I saw someone sent me something. 1 second. Let me get the next phone. Yes, I saw someone sent me something. But this was Scotland. This was Scotland. This was Scotland. This was Scotland, and I have an next information here. This was Scotland. I was going to make a video on it, but because the last time they talked on a few things, I never really wanted to touch it because the last time it turned out that people talking some lies and stuff, and I don't want to get involved in those things. You know, so they said Rangers eyeing, and this was Scottish Sun Sport. So they said Rangers eyeing centre half as surprise name emerges as potential solution to defensive injury problems. All right, so that's what it said right there. Who them JD? If you do good and stop talk about it. Yeah, man. No, man. I just wanted to make it clear and I move on. Yes. And I'm done now. I'm done. All right. Landscaping. Thank you very much. Everyone that's coming in. Yes, I just want to talk on football. Just know me for football. That's it. I don't want to be known for nothing else. All right. Yeah. All right, so that's what it is for King. I don't have any other information on it, so I'm not going to report on it. But that's what I heard. Someone sent it to me from yesterday. All right. Yes, from yesterday, but I can't follow up on it until I get a secondary paper on it. Just like we have the Hayden and the instant, we get a secondary up on it, and I can check to get confirmed information. So that's the way I'm trying to go forward. So if I can get a second paper, then I can go in, check who is available, how realistic it is. But I saw the last time we saw Sterling playing centre back, and he's a winger, and he's a winger's left back, defensive central. So that means they don't have centre backs for real. So it could be a possibility. All right, it could be a possibility. All right. It could be a possibility because they are putting fullbacks there, so it could be a possibility. But let me wait on that. Colin Quest, big up yourself. Thanks for the donation. All right, guys. As what we said, I have something here. I think it's off now. It says 5 donation per show. I'm gonna do 5 shows. Whatever come, I'm gonna donate it to 3 to 4 programs. It's not all Jamaicans. Let me be full transparent to you. One of them is a Nigerian program that I did support last year with my own money. I'm trying to donate to. So I have a Nigerian friend. He has a competition that he runs yearly. Last year I did buy the trophy. Put some money towards jersey. Yes, and then we have two Jamaican academy thing. Yes. But this time, it's not going to be people just calling me and telling me about they want money and don't want to be transparent, because that's what some other persons did. Don't let them fool you. That's what they actually did. So this time around, it's people that's fully transparent and they want to be straight. All right, they will come on my channel. So I think I'm gonna just run 5 streams. Whatever I earn over that, I put it on it, help them out, and put my own money towards it as well. Yeah, but for the Nigerian one, I'm not asking Jamaicans to do anything, but I think the money, I'm going to spread it over whatever money I do make on the 5 streams. All right, and then yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, but that's what I had in mind, because it's something that I do yearly. Yeah. So even if you never saw that, every super chat will still go to it just the same. So even if you're just putting the super chat on the channel, I'm gonna still put it towards it just the same. All right. Center backs are in high demand right now. JD, Mason Greenwood is coming to play. I am not sure about that. I am not sure about that. All right. I am not sure about that at all. I think that he wants to play. I think that he wants to play. All right, I think that he wants to play. Mel Shire said, "Big up, JD. You are going to talk about U17." Yes, man. I have it on the screen here. You know, I have it on the screen here. People try to detract me from what I want to talk on, but I have it on the screen, and we will. Don't worry yourself. I have 2 hours, you know, and we gone one hour before. All right. Yes, Michael Sada said, Billy D. Continue the education. Some people like the tribal war, but let us reset to unity. Yeah, believe me, people, you clearly see them come here with a different attitude, man. Rangers would be a good step for King. Yeah, it would be a good step. It would definitely be a good step. Yeah, definitely a good step. Yes. Landscaping, massive respect. That's what it is. No quota system. All right, no quota system. Yeah. And the more players playing in higher competition, I am with that. I don't even know that he wants to play. People love lie too much, so I listen with my eyes. Yes, Wunwun, what I've heard, that he's interested. The federation said so, and I don't want to call them a liar, so I would just take what they said and just move with it, you know. It was reported last month, Dujan Whisper Richards would be back in January. The last report I've gotten for Dujan Richards is that his car was in an accident. I don't know if that is public. I don't know if he was in that car. I don't know the state of the player. What I would do, we have a program on Twitter that says Chelsea. They always give you all of the youth information. It's a very good program, you know, because that's where I learned that Whisper wouldn't have made the Premier League, because they talked about the players them that would have made the jump to the Premier League and who will just be base U21 players. So when I got the information and I saw that they are at Kabab every single day. They talk to the people, the scouts every single day. So they are very good. It does check Chelsea update, youth update on Twitter, and you get them. They have podcasts and everything. They have an original run website that they keep updated with all of the kids them. All right. So for Whisper, I don't know, but I hope he's back soon. You know, I hope he's back soon, and I hope he's not in that accident and such, you know. Hope it's just his car and whatever the situation is. You know, I'm hoping that everything is okay. I take nothing they say. I remember the All-Star Gold Cup squad with players in it that never came. Well, that's it, you know. David J, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. How you doing, man? All right. Yeah, so Whisper, I expect what I saw Washington doing good in the U21, so I think Whisper, he should become at least one of the best players for U21s. It's extremely harder to make the main team now. The only chance I would think that he has to make a Chelsea main team would have to be the Europe League. I don't know if you guys watch the Europe League, but they pick George and all of those kids to play in the Europe League. I don't think they're disrespecting the Europe League. Yeah, I think they are flexing their muscles to show you how strong their team is, because they pick. I think Joy Felix and those guys are the ones that they put with George them to make up the numbers of the Europe League. Let me show you guys right here, because we have it on the list here. So let me show you, because I have to just go off what I have here. Chelsea. So in Europe they do use a lot of young players. All right. Let me get you their Europe thing. Yeah, where is Europe? 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 All right. So they are in the Conference League. They are in the Conference League. Yes. So in the Conference League, maybe Panathinaikos, they would have used a stronger squad, but they always use the kids. So I might not use. All right. So Vega, Badashio, Drewsbury. All right. So this was a stronger squad, starting squad. All right, but you still have George Gayi from Spain, Casade, Chukwameka, Lucas in this team. You saw, so you still have younger kids. But let me go for the other games in Europe to show you that they have used even weaker squads they have used in Europe. So I think he can come in, play good, and maybe they would consider him to put in the squad. All right, but at this point, Washington is slightly still ahead of him, because Washington started back the season very good, and I have to just keep it up to date. So Soviet, they lost this game. So let me see if it's a weaker squad. All right, so Soviet, Drewsbury, Nkunku. No, this was a strong squad they used. Let me see the bench. You have George Casade, Bertini. Let me see. All right, so. All right, so this was a stronger squad. Yeah, but I saw squads that was extremely weaker, man. Extremely weaker. All right, so Soviet, this is the first one. So they won 2-0. So let me see. All right, Madueke, Nkunku. All right, so Drewsbury, Vega. All right, yeah, this was slightly younger. Guy was the starter in this one. As what you saw here, no, it's still. So I guess 5-6 youth players at most they are using. All right. T got on the ball. Bless yourself. Happy New Year to you. Thanks for being here. True. League Cup next season and Europa this season. If he gets a chance, he will have to take it. Yes, I think so. I have to just give you what the reality is. So I don't think he's going to make any Premier League team directly, because you have other players that is playing better presently and can't get in the Premier League team. So that is the route round. The cups them, and also in Europe, he could get a chance and score or do something good to try put yourself with Guy. Because I think Guy is the main person. Anyone will make the team over. And I don't think Washington or Whisper is closely good as Guy. I think Guy is ridiculously good. Like, with his education, I think his education is already higher than Nicholas and Nkunku. I'm very sorry. Know that they might be bigger players now, but Guy is a special player. I don't know. He was at Barcelona, I know. I don't know. Was it Barcelona? I don't know how they. I think it was because Barcelona was full why this player left. Saw him in the World Cup. The guy's intelligence is top notch. And tiki-taka systems, he would be the best fit for, man. So this player is ahead of both Washington, George, Whisper, everybody. All right, and he's just 19, but he plays a lot of football. All right, I think he was at Barcelona. Yes, man, he was at Barcelona. I knew of him in the World Cups and in Spain team. Very educated player. His runs, he can play as a central forward and still as a striker as well. He's very educated player, man. In the World Cup, he was one of the highest rated player in the Youth World Cup. Highest rated player, very educated. And even in when Chelsea just signed him, Nkunku was playing a role that they wanted him to play, the sole striker, and they had to bring in Guy because Nkunku couldn't play the sole striker role. He's more of a central forward, attacking midfielder, winger. But he couldn't play the striker role. And as soon as Guy comes in the team, in the preseason, he looks completely different than Nkunku, and even better than Nkunku as well. And the commentator said it as well. So this kid is going to be extremely hard to top. So I'm not even going to have that in the conversation. And he already started off good above all of them. So I think he's slightly ahead of them with the same age. Because he's 19, man. He's 19. I think his market value could easily well reach 25 million. I think his market value would have reached 25 million if he re-signed for Barcelona. But Barcelona's cap out was too high, so they had to let him go. That was the thing that I read. Yes, I think that was the thing I read. That's why I knew he was at Barcelona. Very good player, but it shows you how Chelsea buy players. They just always buy the best players. You know, I don't know how they get these players, you know. And I want to ask a question. So how is it Chelsea can sign so much players? Is it that Barcelona is just in debt completely? Or the cap is lower for Spain than England? Because England can get so much high-level players at $1 billion because they're giving these men 7 and 10 year, 25 years contract. You know, but yet still Barcelona, they have to be selling players, giving away players, try to get some younger players, try to put people on 1 year here with limited cuts. Is it that because they're in debt? Why? That's so? Let me know. Because I think it's more of debt because Real Madrid bought all of these big players. So it has to be debt. It has to be debt. Because Real Madrid have same quality players as everybody in the world. Okay. The debt is very bad. Okay, thanks. Yeah, because all of their good players, they keep on always losing them, you know. Imaxit football, although there are many ways to get to the top. Evaluate Caleb Wiley, 20-year-old, transfer 11 million to Chelsea after playing 100 games in the MLS. All right, give me a time to check him out. All these games, like give me the next stream. I will put him in it before the game. Yeah, so that means that's what's reaching Barcelona, because I think this kid could easily well be there right after Lewandowski leaves. You understand me? 85 MLS games in and 33 USL games. That is good. Showcase that he goes to USL and then come up to MLS. And people say that don't work. But look how you're telling me that works. So that means that was an excuse conversation. Yeah. Barcelona is actioning grass from penalty spot. And Messi locker. And all sorts to make money. All right. But they should have tried to re-sign him to sell him back for more money, I think. You know? Yeah. But anyways, what I will do is Madrid is in debt. So why is it they are in debt? Unless they are not in bad debt as these guys. Because Madrid have at least 5 players over 100 million. Let me show you. Madrid has like 5 to 6 players over 100 million. You know? So that is not a debt team, you know? That is not a debt team at all. I think Madrid have one of the highest rated teams in world football. And they never bred these players. So unless they are the greatest buyers, and I know that they pay $1 billion for them. All right. So see, Madrid is 1.23 billion. So unless it's some other way their debt is calculated than Real Madrid. All right. So see, look here. Let me minimize it so you can get the seat. All right. So Couture 25 million. Obviously, Couture was bought for almost 100 million. Obviously, he's dropping in market value now. Lunin is 25, younger. Market value went down. Militao, market value went down. Injuries have a lot to do with that. 40 million, but he's also close to the next $100 million player. Rudiger, Wild Oats, $24 million market value drops. Okay. Alaba is 100 years old. He's just 32. Thought Alaba is 37. He's aging not so well. All right. Asensio, waking up, 21 years old. So this is one that's going up. Jesus, 1 million. So those are young. Jesus is 28. And then Mendy, 18 million. Mendy dropping fast. Garcia, he's going to rise. He's well. I think he's like a $45 million player. Carvajal, 100 years old. 32. Damn, these guys not aging well at all. 32. Carvajal playing football like 700 years. 700 years. Lucas Vasquez, at right back now, he was a winger, striker. Sometimes he's 33. He's still at 3 million. Tuchameni, 80 million. Tuchameni is really a $120 million player. Valverde, sometimes his market value could all goes to 150 million. All right. Camavinga is also a $100 million player, down to 80 million at this point. Madrid is also 500 years old. They said he's 39 here, but that is just real, you know, that is not his real age. he looked like he fought. Yeah, man, some of these players play long, you know, man. Look at Madrid. Madrid's got to be playing like 25 years out of football. So these guys are so long in football. You forgot that they're this young. So Madrid is 39. Yeah, I thought Madrid was 46, you know, because Madrid playing the same era as Pepe, you know, and Pepe is 500 years old, you know. So that means Madrid started to play before Pepe them. You know, Madrid might break through from 16, 17 years old. So he's going 20 odd years to match with Pepe, then maybe break through at the 20, 21 years. So that's why they kind of match. Madrid playing before Ronaldo then breakthrough, man. These guys, no. Ronaldo breakthrough at what? 19, 20? 21? Yeah, man. Magic, people, don't disrespect Magic, you know. Magic playing a long time, you know. Magic, big up Princewood, thanks for being here. Magic still their best midfielder. His brains was the first part of his game that developed. He's very talented, man. You know? And that shows you that once your brain develop in football, believe me, your legs can keep going. All right, your legs can keep going. The brains will still be there. Can you get yourself in position before the others decides where they're going because you read the game properly. All right, yes. So Madrid 39. Damn. Caballas 4 million. Jude Bellingham 180 million. What? Oh my God. So you think that Jude Bellingham value 180 million? He got to be the... Oh, no, he's not the highest rated player. Because the man beside him is 200 million. How these guys come to this evaluation of these players? Jesus God. No, 17-18, he was on the Portugal team at Euro 24-18. Okay. Oh my God, 200 million for Vinny Jr. And then Rodrigo, which I don't think Rodrigo is worse off than Vinny, is 100 million and Vinny is 200 million. No. That big separation ain't there. Ain't there at all. All right, Damion Lowe was no good. I don't even understand why Simmons did a live video talking like he did something good. No, he was on a better players on his team. But I would agree that he was not one of the best players on the field, but one of the better players on his team, you know. And he did contribute to stopping them from scoring 9 or 6, you know. So we can give him some credit. He did some things well, but he did some things bad on the field. So I can understand where you're going, but we can still give him some credit, you know. Yes, but 200 million. Jesus God. And Mbappe is down, so you're going to tell me that Bellingham is more than Mbappe. Wow. Mbappe is down to 160. So Real Madrid ain't. Let me see, Man City. Guys, we are going to come back to the final subject. I will open the chat so people could come in because I think this U17 thing, I want to get people's take from it, but I wanted to go through the reports from the league itself that they just played. City 1 point at billion. Jesus God. And we don't have players. Oh God. So that means everybody value 500 million. All right. So Edison 30 million. Diaz 75 million can't play football because his legs not there. Yasko Vardial 75 million. Think he's going to drop off. Akanji 40 million. That seems like a little raise. Ake 35 million. John Stones 32. Always injured. But once he plays football, he's talented. Technical ability. Maybe the best technical defender England has. Pusey, Jesus God, every game this guy plays, he gives away 2 big chances. Jamaican Gona, Happy New Year. Big up yourself, thanks for being here. Jude is the best player in the world. Woo! Alright, so that's how you guys throwing hype. Yeah, why England players always get this big hype? No, he's not the best player in the world, man. He's a good player, but come on, man. Come on, man. Rodri is not dead, people. Rodri is not dead, not because Rodri does not play any games for the season pretty much, but Rodri is not dead, alright? And you guys should give him more respect for our evaluation of football, alright? U17 need... Hold on. We're going to get to U17. We're checking some... again, Josh S. Brand, 4 million. Rico Lewis, 40 million. Kyle Walker, 10 million. Getting old. Rodri, 130 million. Only because he's 28, people. Alright? Only because he's 28. Did Damion Lowe give away penalty? Yes. 876 drama. Yes. That's why I said he did good thing, but he did bad. Alright? JD, Jude hasn't lost you any money thing. No, but nobody in worldwide football will tell me that Bellingham is better than Rodri. Everything, this big, fast and strong behavior, that's all they're talking about. Brother, I'm telling you, people, I'm here crying to you guys how good Rodri is, and see the man win the Ballon d'Or, and you guys never listen to me. Listen to me, man. People, I don't think Bellingham is 70% better, good as Rodri. I think you should actually know today how good Rodri is. I think knowing you guys should know how good this man. Oh Lord. The best midfielder, the man himself, is Modric and Real Madrid. And City can't win a game without Rodri. The man just win the Ballon d'Or over the best player in Real Madrid. And the man just win Spain League in Euros. Yo, you know what? Let me leave it alone. Because they're going to say, it's because I like Man City. That's why I'm hyping up Rodri. I'm going to leave it alone. But I'm telling you, people. I have been telling you. Alright? Let me open this panel to hear what people have to say. You can cuss all them want. Determine. I want to hear your take on this. I think you guys did. Yo, I can't. Why? Let me get this card open. Because I only have 2 hours, so I have 40 minutes. So we can go through the rest of the topics then. Guys, if you just come in, please do it, like button, share, and subscribe. I can't believe this. It's alright. I am just always passionate about football because what I'm looking at. Before the game, please, God, before the game, tell me, before the game, you are a coach. Please tell me that you believe them. You believe that Rodri ain't better than Bellingham. Before the game, if you're here, tell me that you believe them. In this Rodri. Oh, you know what? All right, Colin. Let me put the Colin in. And then we get this thing up and running. My goodness. All right. The best player in the world is playing on for Veer Phoenix. You don't know anything, JD. Oh Lord. No, but I want you guys' honest opinion. You guys really believe that Bellingham is better than Rodri? It's alright. 1 second, guys. I'm trying to get the Discord. The Discord. If you know my Discord and you are still here, you could join it. I'm going to drop the link now so people could join it and give their take. I'm going to talk about U17s, but I want to hear people's take right here because I can't. That's how you guys hate Manchester City. If Rodri ever played for Arsenal, I don't even think you guys would have talked about that. Okay, hold on. 1 second, people. I am trying to get the hidden. What am I looking for, by the way? Okay. People, sorry about that. I'm trying to get the call hidden. Okay, Am I doing something wrong? How do I copy this thing? All right, so people, if you want to come in this show, all you do is just come in the call-in section of the Discord. My Discord link is in the description. Because clearly I don't know how to work the Discord anymore. I've not been here for a while, so my brain is slowing down. I let me mic in. Let me see if I can get the Discord. All right, better. All right, so we can get the Discord. All right, mic in. 1 second, guys. I'm struggling to get the Discord up. And then we get into, all right, so better Discord. All right, let me use this one. Just use this one for now. I think that should be good enough. All right, so all right, let me know. Okay, I saw J Saguna in it. I saw J Saguna here. J Saguna, how are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm here.
Hold on, let me try get it back, because I think I got it in, but I just don't know. Oh, all right, I think I found it in. Damn, my brain's slowing down. All right, you go ahead, Jason. Let me see if they're, and let me know, people, if you're hearing Jason.
Yeah, people, bless. Can you hear me?
I think it said they are hearing you. I think they're hearing you.
All right, good. Big up to the chat. Big up, Jason.
Yes, Jason.
Yes, so Rodri. What is Rodri value was on there?
130 million, and obviously the 130 million. No, let me just say it, because once I do put anything else, they are gonna say I'm a hater. So 130 million. But Bellingham is 180 million. Oh, Echo. They said it's an Echo. Let me fix it. All right, Echo. All right, I think it should come through now. I think it should be. Go ahead, Jason. I think they should be able to hear you, and I can cancel.
Yeah, so, and what's the age? I think Rodri is what, 27, 28?
28. Rodri is 28.
And Bellingham is 22.
0 years old, yeah.
All right. Well, I think you have to factor that in, because that is a huge part of market value. So I don't think you should take it so literal in the sense that they think Bellingham is better than Rodri. You know, it's more factors than just being better than. I think right now, I would have to say Rodri is better. Obviously, it's easy to say Bellingham because he's on a tier right now, and he's been on a tier really since he's been at Madrid. Had one little lean part in the start of this season, but basically like the last, I'd say, month or so, he's been on fire.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much been what he's been at Real Madrid.
Okay.
Now Rodri, on the other hand, I think what you said makes a lot of sense. When you said, I would think right now, people would be more willing to say Rodri is the best, because we're seeing the evidence of the different type of results Man City is able to get. Now, one thing I want to throw in there as well, though. Not only is Rodri out, but you just mentioned Pusey, and you say every game he give up 2 chances. If people weren't fit, were fit at your club, you wouldn't even see Pusey playing. So there's more than just Rodri being out. So I don't want to just make it about Rodri.
Oh my God. This is not an Arsenal Manchester City war, you know. This is not that.
I never bring up Arsenal, you know.
No, because what you're you know what? Yes. But when I was talking about the other players, you know, I said Diaz barely play football over 2 seasons now. So so I talked about John Stones barely play football, but once he's on the field, he's the best passer, technical ability. I talked about all of those things. So I did mention them. So I'm not trying to. People just love it on the City, but it's okay. People, the history says Rodri is the best. Yeah, you know what? It's alright.
So what do people must say? What do people must say? Bellingham passing no.
Yeah, no. Some people, Imaxit, do you believe City is losing games simply because of Rodri is out? No, because of a lot of them out. And retention is incredible important. City pride themselves on scaring people. They're afraid to lose but the ball on the half turn. City doesn't have that. The midfielder, the 6 is not there to hold it, and then obviously the defenders are not there to stop the actual chances. So that's why teams got confident to go forward. So they are
That's the big
losing
difference.
because of Rodri, because he's the first line of that problem. But I would say it's a combination between the centre backs and the defenders and also Rodri. So Jason is right, but the first line, we have to talk about that because I still believe that half of those games, he still wins it back before it gets to the last line. And they could have won games because they won a lot of games when you had Rica Lewis playing inverted to come and help him to be the double pivot defensive midfielder, so we could turn to the 3-2-2-4 in line. So I saw them won games, big games like that. So I would say that he is the first importance. That's what I would say.
Yeah, and I think that platform he give you is why, Manchester City, when they're playing their best, teams barely have the ball. And I think when you look at their games, you can just look at the possession of the games, and people say, maybe they're giving away the ball a lot. I don't think they're giving away the ball. I just think they're not winning back the ball as fast as they would normally, and it's
Yes.
because they don't have that platform you're talking about.
Yes. Gundogan can't tackle to save his life.
Right.
His interceptions are down because he's older now. He can't get in the position even though he's reading it. You get me? So that alone by itself is just not working, and they don't have anybody else to help that. A good one here from before the game says that over the years people talk about City had two teams. No, City had players that can play multiple positions. And they were so good. Always. They never had two teams. They always had a small roster. Because if you know Pep Guardiola, he doesn't like to have a lot of players. If for some reason he doesn't like to have a lot of players. It's just because you had Mahrez can play winger.
No, I think in certain areas he knows he needs multiple players because
Yes.
he's always having four wingers. He's always having, maybe not striker, but four wingers, and he's always having a lot of attacking
Jason,
midfielders.
those wingers are automatical cams.
Normally.
They are always cams as well. So that's why people always think that they're
multifunctional.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying my conversation is they never had over a 25-man pool. They never had over a 25-man pool at no time. They always have under that, But because those other players, Raheem Sterling, Lisane, Mahrez, they could have always do so much things, and they're coming off the bench at the time. So it just looks so dominant. That's what I'm saying. They never had over that. I think when the only time he had over 25 players, if I'm checking right, was when he just came in and he was offloading players and trying to bring in his players them to get his system started. And he got those players in first and couldn't get out some of the others. So, it took a while for them to get them off the books. So, that's what I think. My ratings on Rica Lewis, a very educated footballer, but I think his physicals are not there. And if he don't have a good 6 to screen him, he will be a liability just the same. Because his technical side is the strongest part of his game. So if you don't have the screener there to make the defensive coverage, he's always going to be shown up. All right, so he's a good technical player. I think he's actually a winger. I actually think he's a winger and a defensive central rather than a right back. I actually think so. But obviously it's City and they're trying to make you total footballers so you can go anywhere on the pitch. All right, so yes, so sorry about that. Pastor, you got here, Pastor. You were calling me direct, and in order for me to answer that, I would have cut out Jason, and I never wanted to. All right, so we wanted to talk about the U17s, people.
I realized that calling was the wrong thing to do, so I searched for joining this way.
Yes,
yes. I'm not one of the technical gurus,
Well, I had to catch up as well because
I don't do this every day.
All right, and people, why I never share the link is because I can't. It's saying hidden, so I can't even find the link to share it. So maybe I need to go back and work on it, or maybe it's Shakpo do some madness and know that I can't fix it. Yeah, so that's how it's working, people. I don't even manage these things, so sometimes, and that's why today I had to get upset with that person in the chat, because I am saying I don't know you, because I don't pay things so much attention as you think. You understand me? Even my own damn thing. So why you think I'm going to know you when I don't even know? How much people in this, Jason? Around 3,000, 4,000 people? A whole heap of people here, and this is something important. And I lost the password. I lost the password for my TikTok. So sometimes people stop thinking that you're this important to other people, man. Because sometimes other people them like, man. And that's what I was trying to say, you know. And the man take it personal and want to war with me. You know? Yeah, I don't even know. But Bellingham is not better than. Thank you very much. Love that, you know. But they said I'm a hater, you know. I only come up when Arsenal losing, you know. But, that's not true. I was just busy and holiday. Never calculate in the timing. Nitro, let me go in the U17s. I'm not gonna turn this show into Arsenal later.
You don't have to turn into your JD.
Oh God.
They use the name Gunners for a reason.
Yes.
So do not go down certain pathways. You will end up at the wrong end of a gun.
Okay.
They will always be shooting at you if you're out in front the nozzle.
All right.
Don't do anything to put yourself out there.
Before the game and all of the Arsenal man in here, I'm not giving any trouble. So anyways, guys, we have U17s. We saw this on, I think this is the Star for Jamaica. They're saying U17 is now eliminated from the competition in Mexico, all right? But they went to the quarterfinal stage when they were defeated by Selección Metropolitano, but Metropolitan, I think is translation. Yeah. All right. Yesterday. All right. Jason maybe knows Spanish. You can tell me. The contest proved a tightly fought affair as both teams sought to exert their influence on the game early on in the proceedings. Yet, despite chances for both teams, the game went into the second half. Not into halftime, deadlocked without a goal. The boys would soon fall behind, however, when Hector Rojas opened the scoring in the 49th minute before Yael Pacheco doubled the Metropolitano leads in the 75th minute. Seymour Reed added yet another goal to his tally as he scored the consolation effort in the 85th minute from the penalty spot. All right. So me and Jason talked about it, and obviously I'm gonna keep repeating this. I've not been active, especially in the Jamaica space, so I have not been keeping up with everything. So for maybe the last week or so, that's when I started to try get back all of my information as to what's going on. All right, so I got to know some of the team players and watch some of the games and stuff. Just to keep up. I had watched some games before the holiday as well because this team kept playing games. The organization, I want to say the organization is good based on what I'm seeing. You know, Jason kind of educate me on some things going on, you know? Yes, and we talked on it, so I think I'm not going to double speak on that. If you want that, you go over to Jason Guna's channel and listen to what we had talked about yesterday. Yeah. So that, but Jason, you watched the game yesterday, and because I did watch it as well, I watched the last two before this as well. What you want to talk on them, you know?
Well, I think with the team, I think the best thing that I can say about this whole experience for them is I think a lot of times when we go play these tournaments, like the qualifiers especially, and the kids go and play any kind of altitude, it's like a shock to the system. And you see players getting injured, cramping. I think every time we stay at tournament, we always saying, boy, why are our players not as fit as the other team? And I think sometimes it's not even fitness, it's just their body is getting shocked by the difference in the altitude, you know? So I know that in Guatemala, where it's going to be played, it's like, I think almost 5,000 feet. But in Mexico, where they just played, it was like 8,000 feet. So I think for preparation purposes, I love the fact that they got to experience playing games every day in that altitude. I think it's going to hold them in good stead when they go to the actual tournament, and at least them get a 1 day in between game, right? That's the first thing. The second thing is also due to the fact that every game play every day. I think based on how I saw the team pressing in yesterday's game compared to the other
games. You guys here in Jersey well, guys. You guys here in Jersey well. Let me know, because I've never even asked you guys if it's coming through well enough. Go.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they're here, you know. But come on, now, come on, Warrior. If you're opposed to what Jason's saying, explain to you because you can't just tell me that they're not doing anything. All right. Yes. You go ahead, Jason. Continue because Warrior
Yeah.
kind
So
of disagree with you, but tell me where you disagree
okay.
with what Jason's saying. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Continue, Jason.
Yeah, all I was saying really is that the fact that they're playing at that altitude is going to help them. But I do think that because it was the fourth game in 4 days, um, I feel like some of the players didn't have the same performance. Some players that I thought looked really good in the first couple of games because the coach did kind of rotate the team in the second game, so that they weren't playing every single time. But most of the players that played yesterday did play the day before, and you could kind of tell some of the performances were not at the level that they were showing in games before that. So I hope the coach learned that lesson as well. That sometimes maybe going with the fresher player might be more helpful for the situation. But I understand as well because he has him starting team and he wanted them to get their reps together. So yeah, overall, just happy that they were able to prepare in a tournament setting at altitude, and I think it will hold them, like help them a lot when they get to the real tournament next month.
All right. So I actually agree with you.
But
You know, I actually agree with you on. But maybe one thing you never put in, based on where we're coming from in football, what you saw now is an improvement. So maybe that's what Warrior complaining about because Warrior comparing it to something else, like just the general standard of the competition that they're gonna go in. But based on what we saw before, Warrior use that comparison to Jason's argument because I think that's the context Jason trying to put it in. Right, Jason.
Yes, I am contextualizing it against other youth teams' preparations that I've seen.
That's what I got from the conversation. But Warrior, look like Warrior chose to war
Warrior,
today.
Warrior, Warrior want to take it a step further and hear about the quality of play and all of that. And we will get to that. But I just wanted to make a point of, you know, if we know that the players are going to be at a disadvantage for whatever reason, one of the ways you kind of make up that difference is making sure that you prepare just as good or more than the other teams. And I think at least we have made steps with this campaign to try to be on a level playing field, at least in preparation, because that will help us.
Yeah, agreed. I saw similar things. I thought that they are better. They're better than previous years. Their awareness, so their awareness is a lot more clearer to the eyeballs. Like me just watching it, you could see that they are in tune to what the coach's plan is. You understand me? Other teams, not just youth 17s, but 20s as well. It doesn't seem like they know nothing what the coach teaching them, and the coach doesn't know what they are doing either. So you could see, could see that you have a relationship there. I saw that, you know. So even though I would say that sometimes they are slow in transition, but maybe that will just be them trying to get acclimatized to the condition that they're playing in. Because I saw previous games that they are much more faster. So I would agree with you right there as well to say that maybe it's the condition that they're playing in, why they're transitioning never seems to be as fast. But I could see the relationship looking much better right there, and I could see some things that could help them, and that's what I've preached yesterday. Is this is a thing that we should be the standard, regardless of if they don't qualify. I think this should be the standard going forward because at least they look like they're doing something. And I think it can turn out to be something successful in the future. Maybe not now, but still in the future. So don't just look at, oh, they need to make the World Cup now in order for it to deem success. I think you should look at it. They are doing something that you think that is an improvement. So it is successful already. And if they get to the World Cup, that even top it off, said this is the only way you could go. What you say about that, Jason and Pastor?
but the what Jason said, that they appear to be better conditioned than previous teams.
Facts. And I saw the same as well. I agree.
Their muscle conditions seem to have been significantly better because from the report you read, they were on even keel up to the end of the first half. Having been exposed to physical physicality at a high altitude. 8,000 feet in Mexico is higher than the Blue Mountain Peak.
Okay. I don't have the calculations, but I want to
No,
test
I'm telling you.
All right.
I'm telling you. The
Very
first
true.
time I
So you're
ran
not
out on a
telling me.
football field in Montana
I
on the
never,
Big
Pastor,
Sky
Pastor,
Mountain.
you don't have to go. Just
No,
continue and topic, Pastor. If you said so,
don't mess up the point I'm making because I'm
sorry.
adding to what
Pastor,
Jason said.
Pastor, I thought it's because I interject why you wanted to go down to prove your point. I just said, continue, Pastor. Jesus,
No.
I'm sorry.
The thing is, the thing is,
Pastor,
you
I
can
said
be conditioned.
Jason talk to Pastor.
You can be conditioned, but when you go to altitude, your lungs is also muscle and not at that level. So the fact that they went to Mexico at a higher altitude than where the competition will be played is additional lung muscle preparation for them to do their best, win, lose, or draw in the qualifiers that they're going to play, which is a plus for the administration at this point, that they have at least they have given themselves the chance to do something better, not just different than previous campaigns. So I want to highlight that for all concerns, that's a better thing. Just looking on for all of us looking on who want to think about better for Jamaica.
Okay, all right. Jason B and persons inside the chat. Warrior 777 said, yes, it's on Facebook naturally, but it should be on YouTube as well. If you just want to look on YouTube. Yeah, so and Warrior 777 said they don't look at them have sense. Hold on, let me read it because I don't want to misquote. Warrior 777 said, JD, the youth show lack of football sense. I don't know. That's why I said I put it in context. I thought that, and you need to put it in context as well. Watch the games before and this one that you have now. All right, calculate the competition, the strength of the competition.
How many of the games did he watch? How many of the games did Warrior
How much
watch?
games you watch,
Was it
Warrior
just
777?
yesterday?
Yes, because I have to do all of that. I have to be fair. You know that I am the toughest judge you can find. So if I am saying that I'm seeing little improvement and a bigger improvement onto what we had before, audio good. All right, thank you, Sadler. Thank you. Warrior 777 said, I've watched every single game, and they look at it don't have football.
Okay.
JD.
Okay.
Gee,
All right.
JD.
Warrior, I have to
JD,
disagree on
I'm
that
going
side. You know, I disagree with you. You know,
Can I join the disagreement with what you're reading that Warrior is
Pastor,
saying?
you don't have to join the disagreement. You can just disagree with Warrior. I know you don't need to gang up with
No,
me
no,
to
no.
fight with Warrior.
I'm just saying.
I am not in it today. I
Seriously.
am a decent
Seriously.
human being.
I don't believe people understand the value of playing sports, any kind of sport where you're exerting energy at different altitudes. Your lungs literally shut down. And that is why for years Mexico remained unbeaten in the Azteca, because people were never prepared to go there and survive. But in the whole transitioning of football education and physical preparation, people entertained the value of being prepared for playing at all altitudes. You know why the Africans have this dominance in the long distance races. People don't understand the biology of it, that they have more red blood cells than the average human being.
Okay. All right.
And it is directly related to their geographic location. So their body is systematically developed that way. So if you want to run like the Africans, you literally have to go in the environment to train.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is to bring up everything. So we could look at it. JD, they won't let the ball do the work. Running into spaces, make simple passes, etc. All right. So people give them take. Others, let me know if you agree with.
But at least they ran competitively for 45 minutes and more, because the second goal came at 80 odd minutes.
All right.
So they were running. They were staying with the pace of the game at altitude.
All right. So I have only questions coming in before the game said, I'm not in football. I watched all 4 games. Can I ask your panel what are the key performances index he is using to analyze the team? So it must before the game. It's Jason, it's Jason, Jason.
But Jason didn't speak to any of the technical part of it. He spoke to their competence and their better physical conditioning in his opening remarks. So that would be unfair to Jason.
Okay. Well
anyway,
Pastor says
Jason can answer. He's there.
The game, Pastor says it's unfair. Pastor, I don't know what is wrong with him today. I think it's Friday, he's a little bit hot today, Yes. Pastor, hope all is well where you are. Yes. People,
I'm preparing for a snowstorm.
Hit like button, share and subscribe. Hope everyone that is in the LA area is okay, because you have some devastating fire thing there. Yes, I was watching the news. Obviously I have to check up on my Kendrick Lamar, and saw it and everything. And yeah, it does not look good at all. Very true. I trained with a altitude mask on one summer before preseason and thought I was going to die. That is definitely true. I tried it once, not a whole summer. And it doesn't seem like a good thing, Yes. So I can understand. That's why I said to watch both and then put them together and give your take on it, rather than just to watch the last ones in Mexico, then judge them off that when they had played in different altitudes. But at the same time, that would have been good, Jason, if they are going to play at altitude as well, right? So you wouldn't say that they are doing good, like they are trying to condition the players prepare the players properly for the actual condition. So we have to still give them credit.
That is what Jason gave them credit for, and that's what I'm saying that we should elevate. Before we go break down their technical abilities and how they manage the game. That part of it, you need to speak to the positive part, or a positive part, the positive of that part. That we never normally see them this prepared for no competition.
All right. So before Omar Fowling, not they're not asking me. Warrior said high altitude is an excuse because they won games. I don't know what's up with our Warrior 777 today. Warrior 777 always usually be the one trying to support them and build them up. Oh my God, maybe U20 decapitated the confidence of Warrior 777. Jason, you're sharing none of those beliefs, because I wanted to get to that, but more smoother transition. But Warrior 777 ain't in it. Are we just trying to find good words?
We can go into the
expectations.
And analyze the performance and stuff. So I think the basis on which I say the improvement is not necessarily so much in the execution, right? Because I think that's something that was lacking at times in a lot of the games. But one thing I will say is a lot of times I found myself applauding what I saw them trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, I see them playing out from the back and I see a clear understanding between the two centre backs and number 6 in terms of how to position to get into an area to receive. And not only receive, but receive and be able to progress. And I think the connection between those 3 players in particular is something that I was looking at. And I think what gets us into trouble a lot of the time is we do have players in attacking areas that are big, fast, and strong. And we tend to fall back on that safety valve of, okay, we can always play it in the channel to Seymour Reed or Cadriano Marsh or one of the players wide to kind of get out. And I think the more we increase that understanding between those 2 players in particular, as well as with the fullbacks, because they are normally going to be a progressors once it gets to the 6. You want to get it wide and then progress. I could see a clear understanding of how to do that and trying to do that. Now, the execution, as I said, leaves a lot to be desired at times, but I can live with that because I see a way out, right? And a lot of times when we watch Jamaican teams, we don't see a way out.
Okay, all right. Fair enough. So let me finish it. Like we want to finish it. It's on expectations because we have not really talked about it, and we're gonna still do more contents on it because the tournament is coming up soon. All right. But we will always mix it with other programs because obviously to get the program this length and not being a Cascas drama film, we have to put other football relations to hit to get it to 2 hours, and I think we have done a good job. 1 hour 50 minutes. So as what you're seeing here, let me maximize it so you could get to see it yourself right here. So they're saying the top team directly goes on to the World Cup. All right. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if the competition will continue after it. Right. They are gonna continue it straight because it's from the March 20 to 23rd. So that means they're just trying to finish out the groups. That's it. They're not gonna do it as a championship.
I am trying to figure out if they're gonna like have the top 8 teams that win the groups go play a tournament after that. But based on what I saw of the whole thing, it's gonna stop after the 3rd group game.
Okay. So it's just about that is. I always wanted to see the best, you know. Yeah. But yeah, JD. The quota system is hurting the youths. They have a strong 11, but the second 11 was significantly weaker than the first team. Okay. MP W94 saying that that's a problem. Exactly. You can't perform like a Ferrari if you are adding Corolla parts to the car. So everyone's saying the similar things. Jason, so you believe that the team is significantly weaker based on this whoever is in the pool now, because I don't know how they came to this calculation if they never had the other pieces. So based off what you saw a dip based on the quality players then?
I would have to agree. I think there's probably if the squad is 20, I would say there's about 14 of them that I would say are at a certain level. And then there are a few players that you can see there's a little bit of a drop off from the other, like his counterpart in that position. I noticed it especially in, I want to say, the second game when they changed out the 2 fullbacks and played the reserve fullbacks or the second string fullbacks. You could see a little bit of a dip in terms of the understanding and just the connection between the back line. But yeah, I would have to agree that there does seem to be a little bit of a hierarchy in the squad in terms of players.
Okay, all right.
But Jason, is it a matter of the understanding or the player not as equipped at that altitude to get what he is seeing necessary done? Because the reality is, I don't think the so-called considered players that are not at that high level as the others in there was actually not seeing. I just felt that they were a little bit slower, or they were more heavy or leggy, for want of a better term, at that altitude to get the job done. So I'm not even sure if it is that they weren't seeing it over and against that they were unable to do it.
But I'm not even speaking about like the fitness levels or anything between those players, and I'm more so talking about technical understanding and technical capability. You could see that there was a limitation in some of the things that we were able to do in that game based on the fact that certain players weren't playing. So that's what I mean about that's what I mean about just the drop off in just everything about the performance in the second game. And one of the things that I saw changed was certain areas of the pitch he played different players, and it just wasn't functioning the same without those certain players playing.
Okay. So we wanted to go into the final one. Guys, if you're just coming, please do it, like button, share, and subscribe. Thanks everyone that passes through this video. Hope we have done a very good job and hope you like this format that we're trying to kind of go in. You realize that our show, right throughout the 2 hours, we don't have anybody speaking over anybody, any cascas war unnecessary. Obviously, people tried to do the same thing in this one, but I hope you like the direction that we're trying to go because I like it as well. When I'm done with the stream, I can just go on, flow in my car and go to my little data and feel good, you know. Last year I don't think that went well, you know. A lot of the streams you have to be fighting, and you know, I like these discussion more. So I hope you guys respect it. Maybe I will lose some fans, but it's okay. I think we have to evolve as individuals. If you guys you know, at least I see a lot of the real ones, them that truly want football, they are here and they're getting involved. So let me know, give me a feedback in the comment section if this is the format that you like, you know. Yes, I like the boogie yaga war unnecessary things. Anyways, we want to do some expectations now, so that means we can't go back on our word when it goes in the opposite direction. You understand? Yes. So you want me to do every group who we expect to come through, or just because we know Jamaica more than anything else, we just stick on those?
Yeah, well,
I think it would be informative to cover the groups. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but if you don't know that,
Jamaica not playing themselves.
The top teams basically of every group would make the World Cup. So I mean, most of the other teams, just from like watching football, I don't know this current crop of all these players, but you can know just based on the type of organizations that these teams come in with, what they'll probably be bringing to the table. You know. I mean, obviously, the powerhouses in the Concacaf, the United
so
States,
Mexico, United
Costa
States,
Rica, Canada, Mexico. Okay. Yeah, I believe they will be going.
You think
Canada.
that will just go through on talent, or I think Guatemala will have something to say about that? I think Guatemala
is going to be tough.
Yes, I think it might just go Guatemala because Guatemala always draw out some young kids where just the normal. So, yeah. So for me, I think that will be challenging, right? I think I'm gonna, you know,
and they're the home team as well. And they're the home team as well. So yes, it's gonna be tough.
You know, that's my birthplace as well, Eddie. That's what you guys told me. But I have to say that Guatemala, they always find some teams at youth 15, 17, 20 that rivals even United States and Mexico.
It's the system, JD. It's the system.
It's a system.
They are bred for it.
Okay. Well, I think I think 80 will have challenges, people. You know. Yes. That's yeah. You see that I'm fair. Yeah. But if 80 goes through, I will love that though. But I think they are going to be fighting with them. All right. So United States, you expect United States to go through no shock from Cuba because Cuba they are getting some core.
Yeah, I was looking at that group, you know, it's funny you go to that group next. I was looking at that group and I'm saying, boy, Cuba, you know, in this format, it's going to be tough just because, you know, if it's the top team going through, goal difference will matter. You know, USA don't ramp to score 50 goal against St. Kitts and Virgin and those teams. So, you know, Cuba's main thing would have to be to go into that USA game on 6 points, just like USA. And, you know, they'll have to just try to find a way to get that 1-0, but it's gonna be tough because USA are always full of these. USA have too much talent, I believe, and they'll probably come through just fine in their group.
Okay,
so but Jason,
Costa Rica,
Jason.
And then we bring in the Costa Rica. We have
find a way to get that 1-0. So USA. Yeah. They are to prevent USA from scoring.
Yeah, no.
No, Cuba, look, it's one thing we learned from Cuba and their teams, you know.
Their physicality is hard.
Man.
Yes.
Man.
I think it's a physicality get out teams Jason out of their game. And once it goes, it goes to an USA field. Yes. So Pastor is not if Jason saying that if the physicality get them out of the game, because United States had gotten out of their game with physicality before. So, and this is a younger, this is not U20s.
JD, United States is going to play a rhythmic game. So if Cuba can throw them off their rhythm.
But that's what Jason's saying. But
it's possible. Yeah, man. I was just taking liberty with
talent for talent.
How confident he was.
Yeah, but no, I don't think Jason is confident on that. Because talent for talent, we know that one is superior, even without knowing the players. Then their program is just
Yeah, man.
far better. But it's
Yeah,
good that teams can frustrate
when we
them.
get closer, when we get closer to the tournament and you pull up the screen and you look at the players, you're gonna
Yes,
see Dortmund Academy and Liverpool Academy. You're gonna see all kind of madness.
yes, and we
So
can
you
get
know what
directly.
USA
Yeah.
is bringing.
Yes, we can get directly amount of games that they have played and everything, people. All right, but Costa Rica, Trinidad, Guyana have a little good little program going on there as well, you know. So for the sake of before the game, and my brethren that came in early from Trinidad, Jason, Pastor, can you give them some hope? You know, I will give my take after.
No,
So go ahead, Pastor.
I am not in the giving of any false hope.
Oh Lord,
Costa Rica,
Yes.
Costa Rica in this group is going to be like USA in their group.
Oh my! So the PPSC says that Pastor is just not bad at Jamaica. He
I
says-
am not preaching false hope. No time.
Do you guys
The truth is
agree
the truth.
with Pastor? Pastor said there's no false hope. Costa Rica will batter Trinidad. All right. Jason, how are you looking at it? Are you going to go to the Pastor route?
I believe that Costa Rica will win the group as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if it will be a battering, but when you look at the fact that Costa Rica will be hosting their group as well,
Mm-hmm.
it's not really set up for the Guyanas and the Trinidads to get anything done. What will be interesting to see though, JD, is which of those two Caribbean teams. I know it don't get into the World Cup, but they would want to have the feeling that they are the second best in the group. So I'll be looking to see that Trinidad Guyana match. And see how
Thank
that
you
one
very
goes.
much. And I'm not sure if it's a clear Trinidad win as well, because I'm seeing Guyana at these levels, and because they develop so physical so fast, the physicality so fast, it's hard for people to play around them. So I don't know if Trinidad will be technical enough and match them with the physicality somehow. But Guyana seems to be bigger than everybody else, you know. Even bigger
Trinidad
than
is not
Jamaica
going to match them
sometimes.
physically.
Huh?
I don't believe Trinidad would match them physically, but I also don't believe that the
Guyana going to match them technically.
technicality will
Yeah.
separate Trinidad from them either. So it's going to be
Before
them
the
having
game,
the
I saw the Costa Rica team. I saw because my virgin, he's the one that look for players. You know, I should not talk these things publicly. Yeah, but I got intel on the Costa Rica team because one of my virgin, he works with the federation and stuff. You know, yeah. They are not bad before the game. All right.
Yeah, I haven't seen them play a full game, but I have seen clips circulating of them. Like
they are not
like
bad
little
before the
profiles
game.
on the teams and stuff. Yeah.
I am not going to give any false hope either. They are not bad. I have not seen the Trinidad team. All right.
Before the game, have you seen the Costa Rica team played?
I have not seen
I have
neither
what-
Trinidad nor Guyana. I am going on the Costa Rica program for what it has been at youth football. And I don't believe that Trinidad, as fast rising as they would like to think they are returning, or Guyana, as brutish as they can be with their physicality, is going to be enough to overcome Costa Rica. So it is on that premise. And I didn't use the word, I wasn't the one that used the word battering. I said Costa Rica is going to be in this group what USA is in their group. So I am making
Pastor,
sure people.
Can you be so forceful with your opinion if you haven't seen any of the team?
No.
Hey, Pastor,
No.
hold on, Pastor, before you go. Pastor, before you go, just let me, Pastor, let me finish up, please, and then you take the floor. All I'm saying, Pastor, remember you're talking to people that has affinity towards the subjects, you know. So just take that in mind. That people will always push back on. He's a coach, so
and that is why
answer.
And that is why I said that I am making the assessment. I haven't seen no full game, and I don't know what Trinidad squad is or what Guyana squad is. I am saying that based on the Costa Rica program and their organization and what they have offered at youth competitions, I know Trinidad would like to think that they are fast rising to return to their prominence in Caribbean football. I know Guyana have developed their brutish physicality game, but I don't think that will be enough to overcome Costa Rica. So it is on that premise that I made the statement I
So
made.
before the
And that
game,
is
he's
why I
just
did not use the word battering.
before the game, he's
It
just
was
saying that.
JD that said battering.
Okay, so I'm very sorry. Before the game, I was the one unnecessarily started this beef. All right.
This battering.
Yes, I'm very sorry. Before the game, pretty much he's saying that based on just like how we give United States, we expect them to come and be better than everybody else because their training regime is just so far, their footballing education is just so far ahead. He's not saying that Costa Rica is on that level, but Costa Rica is on the tier below. And because they have always produced these, and we have to be honest, systems, it's just the systems teams use to win games in the region. It's just who have the better systems win games in the region. That's why it's always United States and Mexico because they have the best system at youth levels. And they have their kids right through the year. They have the better programs with the system as well. So they are just better, well-rounded than even one star baller from each country. So if you have a Whisper on Jamaica team, you have 50 players that are Whispers on United States team. So it just looks like it's out of this world. So I think that's what he's selling at this point. And everyone would tend to want to agree with that a little bit more before the game. Even though me and you would have to agree to approach it a little bit different. But we still have to say that the system and the overall makeup of the surrounding helps them a little bit better, and people would bet on that. And I would agree, but I have information as well, and I want to say yes, I like what I saw a little bit more, and I'm leaning towards Costa Rica. So send your Trinidad information, and I can get a more accurate. Since you want me to say Trinidad will be winning, I will. You know what? That means I'm not gonna only do Jamaica. I'm gonna do Trinidad as well. I am gonna do Trinidad games and Jamaica games.
But
as well.
JD,
yes,
JD, you see, there's a Jamaica Trinidad rivalry, you know, and that had nothing to do with the position I took. But I just want before the game to know that I am going to be watching this game, and I would prefer Trinidad over Guyana, but the ancestry or the history of the system that Costa Rica offers does not allow me to say different, not knowing exactly what the Trinidad program has, because I don't know the players at this time. So I couldn't say it differently.
Triple E says, I will agree on the points that we said before, but don't you think a team like JA, TNT, etc. is doing their homework to try to beat these teams? You are in the Jamaican space. You have gotten, you're privy to all information. Do you think the homework that they're doing is good enough to jump a gap? I will say no. The homework that they are doing is not ready to jump to the top 3 gap as yet. It's closing on to that second tier, but Jamaica is not in the second tier as yet. I think where Costa Rica is, where Honduras is, Jamaica is not there as yet. I think Jamaica is still one of the worst prepared teams because you have to use consistency. You can't just use this anomaly. Because now it's an anomaly now, Jason. Because it's the first time it happened. You understand me? So it's an anomaly now. These are people that does it every single year. So we have not reached that level as yet. So when Jamaica can do this for 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons running, then the conditioning can get better. Because now you're going to start prepare youth 14s. So they're sliding straight into the U17s program. We don't have that as yet. This is the first youth 14s we actually have that looks somewhat decent. All right, because I was not really impressed with the youth 14s either. You have some big gigantic player and tiny Bailey. You understand me? But system of play, I was not really impressed. You know? Yeah,
But
Tiny Bailey.
but
Yes, I remember
JD,
him.
you see the significance of what Jason said initially about the advancement in preparation that made us appreciate this direction. So if you don't play that, how do you then give them a chance? No. You see, we literally cut off our legs in our conversation
Mm-hmm.
by not giving people credit for what they have done.
And
This is not only an
oh,
anomaly. This is not
yeah.
only an anomaly. This is something that has been required for you to move forward over
Yeah,
the
it's an
period
anomaly to
past. But
we.
we have never
But that
done
is
it.
a standard for the rest of the A tier
And
and
it
the
is
B tier.
good. So
Yes, that's what I've
our
said to them.
anomaly has been the standard over the years. And no and no. So they would want us to
But
jump the gun and say, oh, Jamaica is
that's
going to
why
win
my
this.
take, Pastor, that's why my take is even if they don't qualify, don't break it up. Because this is the
Exactly.
standards for the rest of the people.
Yes.
So you're going to reset back to zero. That's what my point was when I started this conversation. You just get what my point was.
And
Yes.
I think we were in agreement with that too.
Yes, that's why I said don't break it up, because what is an anomaly to us is a common standard to everybody. Even something that United States, we have not even close to reach that level as yet. So we are trying to achieve what this B tier of Costa Rica and other teams doing. So this is, we can praise it, but this should be the standard going forward. It's nothing less than this. We even need more. All right, we need the quality players, them, and we need more. We need the proper coach and everything, coaching staff, everything. We need more to reach the United States level. But this is a good start. At least I can feel good in what I am seeing. I appreciate what I'm seeing. You get me? Yeah, but this should be at the lowest base we can go. So don't break it up. Just support them. I understand people watching and say that they don't see they're playing trash and everything. I think having sense not come over one day. is to attain information over a period of time. You get me? Would you agree, Jason? Having sense not come and pass that, it just not come today. It takes a little while to come, So I'm trying to stay as positive, but the chat just beat me.
These Central American teams, right? Typically, they're gonna be better at handling the ball than Jamaica. Typically, right? Pretty much 95% of the time.
Yes.
And I feel like because they have that advantage over us. When you watch football, how does a team that maybe is technically inferior cope in 90 minutes? They're going to have to do more work than the other team.
Facts.
And I feel like because of the preparation being better, when we come up against a team that might be technically superior to us, the way how we level the playing field is by closing them down faster, and you're going to need to have the physical ability to do so. Now, we can only usually do that in patches of football matches, and that's when we have any joy in the game. But it's never sustained. So we need to improve that aspect of the game because, as you said, we are behind the 8 ball in those other aspects of the football.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I agree. Before the game came with his facts, I watched football. TNT beat Costa Rica 2-0 in 2013. 7,000 years ago. But World Cup qualifying, after not beating them at any level for a decade, which was already a decade that he's talking about. He's talking about 2 decades now. It's our virgin, people. It's our virgin. Yeah. let me finish. Before that, and did it again in 2023, 2-0. At the U15 level last year. TNT is stronger. If you're the Jamaican Trinidadness, no. If the referee are fair in Costa Rica, it will be competitive. But I thought it would have been competitive from day one. Before the game, I am going to do that game. I am.
So who did say them are gonna get better?
I just wrongfully used the word and I apologized for it, but the people people. I never meant it anyway.
He
For
can't. He
Trinidad.
can't unhear. He can't unhear that word, JD. It's stuck.
I am sorry. Trinidad will not get better. We are going to be doing the game. I'm going to do Jamaica game and Trinidad game. I'm hoping that the times will be good for me, you know, because the bleaching, night time, I hope them just do it. I think I always do it like 2 o'clock and stuff, 2 to 6 o'clock. So I'm okay with that, you know. I'm okay with that. And Mexico games always be a little bit later because of them conditions and stuff. But we have nobody in that group, you know, and we don't have to worry about them. So Jamaica has El Salvador, Cayman Islands, and Saint Lucia. So that okay, you know. I think the schedule should be found here. Let me see what time. They gave the time, Jason. They have the time, them, has it? Hold on. Let me see here. The time. Alright. I'm seeing the games, but I'm not seeing the time as yet. But I think I should have the time already, you know, but I don't have it on the screen as yet. Alright. Beat JD coach Andre. I have not said, I said the wrong word. And I have apologized for saying the wrong word. Okay. All right. So people, this was a lovely one. So Jason, let me stop. We're not gonna avoid it. You know. I know you might have videos to break down and everything. But you came on the program, so you have to work with the flow of the program. You brought a whole list to me yesterday. Sent to me. You know, for your program. So you have to answer, blood. All right. Yes. What is the expectations? And people in the chat, what are your expectations of the U17s? What would be acceptable? Yeah.
All right. So for me, the first 2 fixtures on paper,
Yeah.
we should win the game, right?
Yeah.
When you're looking at the first 2 opponents. You know, so my expectation realistically going into this tournament is for us to get into that 3rd game, knowing that a positive result will get us to the World Cup.
Yeah.
That last game against El Salvador is going to be basically, I think, like a playoff, like you said, going just 1-off game, and the winner of that game will go to the World Cup.
And
that's what I envision, and that's my expectation. Would you say
you would want the goal difference to be close as well, so that if you don't want El Salvador to have the edge, as in, if we draw the game, we're okay?
Yeah. Look, I just know that in previous Jamaica teams, for whatever reason, we tend to play our opponent closer. So, like, for example, we'll have a group, like even in the World Cup qualifiers for the senior team. Going into this window, we were hopeful that we would have a +7, +8 goal difference and all these things. Right now, it's like, what, +2?
Yes. Okay, yeah, that's true.
I just feel like every time we go into these tournaments, we automatically assume we're going to bug up these other teams. And it never really works out that way. And I don't expect it to be any different this time. I feel like we'll win against Cayman, we'll win against St. Lucia, I believe. But I don't feel like it's going to be this massive score lines, you know? Okay. So I feel like going into that last game, my expectation realistically is that we'll need to win. Exactly. Okay. We can't draw to go through. That's my expectation. Yeah. Okay, all right. Just being honest.
I respect that because and I love the way you put it to as well, you know. Yeah. But I want to see improvements and also get the goal difference close to El Salvador, you know, because I know that if they can play for a draw, we ain't going through. You understand me? Because I know that they are similar quality team, if not better. No, they are going to be better technically, but they are going to be similar level team as us, if not better than us already. So it's like we're going to always have an uphill mountain. So I think that we need to work hard to keep the goal difference close to what they are scoring. You know? Yes, that's what I would say still. That's my take, you know? Yeah, I just want to have little hope going in the final game, not to just win the game. You know, because I'm going to be happy for them to challenge, you know. It does be competitive in the final game, you know, but I would like for them to dispatch off the smaller teams easier. That's all I want.
Saying that, what numbers you think it will take to be close or even better than El Salvador in terms of the game scores for the first 2?
All right. So let me bring up back the first thing. So the first thing.
Because we're gonna play. We're gonna play St. Lucia first,
St.
and they
Lucia
will play
first.
Cayman first.
Yes, so Cayman, they're giving Cayman, even though I heard that Cayman have some good programs. I have one of my brethren, he's a coach in Cayman as well. I don't think their program is on El Salvador's list as yet. I think Cayman game is over 6 love for El Salvador. They are already over 6, so we have to get at least 4 goals. I know that we're not going to create so much entries as them, that is true. But we have to make all of our entries pay because maybe they're strikers, maybe he's not as lethal, and maybe their entries don't turn out into so much big chances because the physicality in center, the physicality from the team, the team that they're gonna play in, which Cayman, they are gonna have physical players, especially around there. Their chances won't be so clear cut, and they have always not struck balls from so far. They're a team that build up so much. So even though they might have more entries, they might not have so much clear cut. And we are going to use speed transitions because I saw them. You understand me? So I just want them to keep it at least 4 to 5. So you go in 1 goal behind that first game. And who you said is the next one?
So and then yeah, so we'll play St. Lucia first, and then we play Cayman, and they play St. Lucia next. After them play Cayman first.
St. Lucia, I think St. Lucia is going to be tougher than Cayman. Yeah. I have that slight feeling. I don't know why, but I have a slight feeling. All right, so that's the next 6 love.
So they will play St. Lucia the second game. Mm-hmm. So okay, so you're putting them on about 12 after
plus
the first
12, plus 12, yeah. So
okay.
So I want the game to be at least 11. Want at least 11.
I was going to say 10, 11 at least.
10, 11 goals.
Yeah.
So that means we can start off good in a 20 minutes and level the playing field.
But JD, to be honest, does it really matter if we're closer to the in goal difference if we can't draw the game to the 3?
No, man, we can't draw the game by accident because I just talked about the physicality in defense and how El Salvador struggle to get the clear-cut chances. Jamaica is better and physical than Cayman. So that means it's even less chances they're going to give up against El Salvador. You understand me? The clear-cut chances.
Okay, I see what
so that's what I was using to calculate to say if it's 10 goals to 12, we might can see it up because we have the capability to get 2 speed transition, get 2 goals out of nothing. You understand me? Because it's not going to be we dominating on no position. It's not going to be happening like that. It's just the speed transition we're going to use and get the 2 goals. And then maybe we can crowd the places and they're going to get chances, but not as frequent. And we could still have a extra speed transition left to get it to a draw. So 3, they score off their chances and then we get 3-3 draw. You know, but I don't, that was my reasoning. Do I believe it 100%?
What I'm saying though, JD, if all right, let's say going into the last game, they're on plus 12, right? And we are on plus 10. Regardless of what we do, we have to win to go through, right? So I am just asking, is it just that you would just like us to be closer just to know we're closer? Because it really won't make any matter what we need to get in that last game, whether we're plus 1 or plus 10.
Jason, mind games is powerful, you know. If they know that they can draw the game
psychologically,
yes. And when look in the game, so if we go one up and it was a closer goal difference, right? They themselves now, and if we go 2 up, they themselves now might be looking for a draw, try to crawl it back to a draw. You get me? And so if the goal difference is closer, they can play in a certain pattern. It could benefit Jamaica. That's what I'm saying. I maybe I'm not explaining it so clear, but I think when the goal difference is closer in these 3 games, it plays some psychological advantage in the team that's chasing if they get the first goal, even though you know that the next team is good as well.
And just draw.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you have 6 goals behind, them can just say, all right, then let me score first. Let me just come out and score first and just
kill off the game.
Because I know you have to come on me. I can counter. I am more technical, so I can just sit back and just use wing transition and kill you. All right, but now if I am 2 goals, it's just 1 to 2. I can say, all right, then I am going out faster. I'm not gonna sit back and wait a little bit longer. I'm going out faster, or I can sit back longer in the game, keep it closer, then pounce and get a 1-0 win easier. So the structure how you go at it is different when you have more than one advantages in your way. That's what I was trying to say. So if El Salvador have more advantages, their approach in the game will be different. That's what I was trying to say. So we could take advantage of that.
I agree
if it's closer.
I agree with what you're saying. But to say it another way is if we are more than 3 goals behind them, they don't need to put in any major strategy to be the team going through. So we need to be as close as possible to them to influence them having to go to the drawing board to plot strategies on how they become the team going through.
Yeah, we don't want them to
They
be
only need
easy.
a draw. Yeah, we don't want it to be easy for them to decide they are the team going.
But I don't know, OGS
It
never
must be a
understand what you're saying
competition.
here, because if both of them have on 6 points, you know, and God forbid we just accidentally go over more goal difference, even when they look better because they just never score their thing. Of course, that change everything. They change approach, you know, and it always will change approach, Jason. I'm surprised before Jason.
No, the reason why I'm saying it is like, yes, the approach could be different, but it just doesn't change the overall need of the result in the game.
Yes.
That's all I was saying.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jason, I don't know what we did to before the game, but he's not stopping. All right, so so before the game again, it says, Imaxit football battering. Question. By the way, TNT U17's B- team beat his current Jamaica team 1-0 in Jamaica and lose the second game 2-1 last year.
Yes.
I know. You know what? We're going to finish this program soon. So, Jason, give a final take on
JD, there are certain words in the English language that will haunt you when you use them.
But I said sorry already. You know, it passed.
Yes, you said sorry.
You know, you is the problem because it was not me starting this conversation, and you are talking and interpreting you wrong.
JD,
all right,
JD, God forgive you of your sins, but He does not relieve you of the consequences thereof.
Oh my God!
So you're suffering the consequences of using that word by before the game.
So I am. So people, Jason, when they come on, you have your interpretation. If someone can't understand what you're saying, make it simpler. Pastor, you have to do the same. I am not interpreting nothing for no. All right, because no, he's omitting the overall conversation here. So it was not me, no. All right, the man.
Holy Ghost.
Hey, the man say I bring him receipts, sir.
Yeah.
All right, people,
remember that.
Go ahead, Pastor. Finish it off, and Jason finish it off as well. And then we're
for
done
all
for
the
day.
people who want to highlight that Jamaica is going to do well, you need to remember that Trinidad last year got the better of us in one game. Right?
Jason, give me a final.
Trinidad must be being
Costa Rica could be better than Trinidad and better than El Salvador. But you know what? I'm not gonna continue. Let me leave it alone.
Hold on. But so if you're going to say Jamaica is going to do well, do not say Trinidad is not going to do well.
I never said Jamaica is going to do well. I said what we should expect.
JD, I'm not talking about you. You see, are you guilty of something?
No.
Leave before the game. Good. So before the game is going to go at anyone who is going to promote Jamaica doing well, but diminish Trinidad's possibility or chance of doing as well.
Ask before the game. And actually, it's all right. Never mind.
All right.
So let me say, all the best to Trinidad.
Yes, all the best. Yeah.
And may Jamaica's improvement in preparation keep us in good stead, and we are able to do the unthinkable, if not the unimaginable.
Oh my God!
And achieve.
Win the group and shut up, JD. Oh my, sorry, Pastor. I can't. I was not me. I know. I'm gonna. You got finish, Pastor. Let me just shut up and then.
I am, I am finished. I am finished.
Finish your time. Just let me leave go for my daughter and leave go for my life.
Yes.
You know? Yes.
Yeah. So look, we can anxiously await and anticipate this tournament. I think today we have some added reasons to watch some more football in this tournament. We're going to watch it anyway, but we love when the banter can go on. So we will be watching before the game. And he's correct. I did watch the 1-0 game. I didn't watch the 2-1 win, but I watched the 1-0 game when we lost. And let's just say that if that same game played 50 more times, a 1-0 result would have never happened again. That's all I would say about that one game. But
Jason, please,
so the
you're
ball
gonna give me
game for
more
some
reason
time.
to continue commenting to people. We are out. Thank you very much. Thanks, Jason, for coming on. Thanks, Pastor.
Yeah, man, respect.
Before the game, people want to smash the like button if you love this format. Decent, coherent, no mad people. All right, and all of those stuff. So it's nice show. Properly break down. This is what we want to do for 1 full year. All right, so people, want to please subscribe and keep my brain cell in check. All right, yes. Take care and have a nice one. I have to run out for the kid. All right, bye-bye.